Okay, I've got this piece of maple. It obviously had a big tear and regrew and regrew and regrew. So it's got multiple layers of growth rings that are trying to fill this space in. You can see the dead wood here. My intent, this is 16 inches, which is, my lathe can fit 18. So I got to figure out how to do that. I think I've got this centered pretty well this way and that way. It's kind of interesting. So I got to put this on my woodworm screw next. I had to chisel some of this stuff out or cut it out because my body of my 4-jaw chuck gets in the way, but I think I'm good now. Okay, I've got my maple regrowth damaged branch mounted on the lathe now. Just clears like I expected, so I must have got it centered pretty well. So in any case, there we go. Okay, I think I've started to shape this. This is maple. I don't think I've said that so far. It's from a tree that had a big damaged area. Right now it kind of looks like a rough boat. I've got it turned some here and here. And then I flattened the bottom. I haven't put on my tenon yet, but I'm gonna in the near future here. I've been using the woodworm screw in here. And I see features here, like a little bit of dark, which is some remnants of that damage, and the same thing here. But I think that I would get more variation if I go in an inch or so. So I'm thinking of making this thing be an inch or so radius smaller. So you can kind of see here that the wood this is new wood, this is old wood that's new. It's one of the many layers of new wood on this thing that are aged, and so I want to cut back probably an inch to an inch and a half. So I'm going to probably take another inch and a half off of this end and that end, mostly white on the end. And so I think if I cut an inch and a half off, this will start getting more features in it. It may be that it'll just, this stuff that you see here will expand, but I'm hoping for more dark and light areas like this here. This is dark, and as I go farther in, I can see the wood that's coming from, and it'll get bigger as I go in. So I might sacrifice some length to this, but because the width is relatively narrow compared to the length, I should be able to take away length off here and it'll still work out nicely. I haven't decided exactly how much I'm going to machine down here, because I want to see stuff other than just bark, and I don't want this much bark here. So when I take an inch and a half off each end, it'll now be 10 inches long, 11 inches long, instead of, I think it's under 16 now. Okay, here, I took this off the lathe. I wanted to look at it, and I also want to put something back on the lathe that I can finish. So, like I said, I want to take an inch and a half off of here, get into these features. Obviously, I don't want to go too far, or I start losing the wall. Here, it's the same thing. If I go in about an inch, I think I'll be good, and it'll turn out a lot nicer than it currently is, because I just don't like the solid, plain, white, light-colored maple wood that's showing up on the ends. Okay, I've turned this around. I did take off some more. I don't know if it went as far as I said I was going to. I don't know exactly. I didn't measure it beforehand, so I measured afterhand. But you can see there's a little bit more features here and here. And I've also sanded the thing 180 with the flap sander on the outside, and on these surfaces to 320, just because I don't have any 400. So I'm getting ready to hollow it out. I'm going to start with the live center on here, but I think it's going to be okay. I just want to dig a little bit of it out before I do anything. And I don't know if I'm going to drill any, but in any case, that's where I am. I'm microwaving this bowl. I've done, I don't know, 25 minutes so far. I at half power on this 1250 watt microwave. Any case, that's what I'm doing. I intend to take part of this off. If I look at this, it's just a little bulky to me, and so I want to cut this off some. But I also don't want to lose this, so I'm not going to cut it so high that I cut this away. So I'll see what goes as I... Okay, here is my maple arc, or torn maple branch that I turned recently here. So it's about 13 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and 4 inches tall at the highest point. It's very recently cut. This piece of maple had a big tear. You can see some exposed wood here and here. I machined away most of that, but what you can see is all of the rings where it was trying to grow over here, 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 and here. All layers that were trying to close this wound. Wood was pretty green, so I ran it in the microwave, which caused me to get a curve on the bottom, and so it was rocking back and forth. So in my process of fixing that rock, I also cut the bottom so that it's lighter here, cut away here, and then this is what my foot's out here, my wooden nickel here, and some wings on it. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more similar wood turning videos. Please comment on the video and I should respond. I make a video about once a week.